For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels postgame show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The Golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight up hustle. We see you. But if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments are front and center, and yeah, we read all of them. Wanna let loose? Call in and sound off live. No scripts, no suits, no spin. This is raw, this is real, this is where the fans take over. This is the Heady Postgame Show with Todd Fox. For the fans, by the fans.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome in everybody to the Halos in the Infield Postgame Show. I am your host, Todd Fox, on a wonderful Monday, which is Labor Day today, September 1st, as we move on. Dog days of summer. I mean, if it's not barking out where you're at, it is definitely here. It is freaking hot. Freaking hot everywhere. That is SoCal right now. It's in the high 90s right now where I'm at. And yeah, I got the AC on in here in the studio, but still, I'm going to be running up the damn energy bill. But we are for the fans, by the fans, by the fans, for the fans. I didn't expect much people to be on today, and so far I'm right. And it's okay because, again, everyone's out with their family. They're getting ready for the barbecue. It's 2:30, so you're probably prepping the meat and all that other good stuff as we get along through the day. And that's perfectly fine. That's what you should be doing right now. You should be enjoying the family time, should be enjoying the time off of work. A lot of people didn't get the day off of work, so thoughts and prayers to them. But for the most part, you know, this season, as we know it, has been over for some time. I don't think anyone's sitting here saying, man, we really had a chance this year. I think we had a chance at greatness, which would have been greatness for the Angels getting to 500, getting to 81 and 81. And we talked about that before. But with that being said, this team has underperformed a lot. We've had some injuries. The pitching hasn't lived up to what it's supposed to do. And that's because we really didn't go out and get the arms that we should have. And the arms that would have made a difference this year got hurt. And when we did get some good pitching, the run support hasn't been there. It's been very frustrating to watch this baseball team all season. And when you can't score runs, when basically, you know, you're averaging 3 runs or less, you're going to lose a lot of ball games. And they did it again today, 3 runs and just no other run support besides that. And again, you're not scoring runs. You're not going to win games. And it's just a recipe for disaster. I don't care who you have pitching on the bump. As we've seen it before, you have other guys out there, like in Pittsburgh, with low ERAs of under 2. And their rotation's pretty good. Their bullpen's pretty good. But the fact that they can't score runs, the Pirates are right there with the Angels as far as teams that can't score very many runs. So, again, you can't score 3 runs, you get your ass beat. And yes, the Angels did lose today. And in losing today 8-3, the score was a lot closer than that. They scored 3 runs in the 8th inning to put the game away, but it was 5-3 for a while. Kikuchi now suffers his 10th loss, which is, I think, a team high. 6-10, 5 2/3 pitching, 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's never pitched good in Houston as a visitor. As we all know, he pitched there last year as a starter for the Astros. But pitching there against the Astros, he's never had much success, and it just goes to show you again, he takes another one on the chin. For the offense, it seems like I know there's only 162 games in this season, and I think we're down to about, 25 games left. Let's see if I do my math right here. 64. Let's see. We're down to, I think we're down to we're about close to 25, 26 games left. And you look at it right now, you have Kingery that came up. They sent Moore down for whatever reason. I don't understand that. Let the kid get his lumps. Let all these kids get their lumps. There's no reason why Kavadas should be up there. You got Kai Boom, who hasn't had a legit shot yet. Sit Trout, sit them all, dude. To me, it's really stupid, but the Angels continue to do stupid things. But again, for I don't know how many times I've said it this year, but you're going to see the fact that the Angels struck out 10 times today, and they lead all of Major League Baseball by over 100 strikeouts. So, like, the Colorado Rockies are second worst in the league in strikeouts. The Angels are 100 strikeouts ahead of them. This team free flows, swings, has no adjustments, makes no adjustments. Home run swings, uppercut swings, because that's what we praise them for. That's what you hear always when they talk about the Angels is, hey, check out the launch angle. Hey, launch angle. Hey, exit velocity. And we're always going to be striking out like that. And again, these averages are pitiful. 264, 157, 231, 235, 247, 200, 204, 100, 192, 203, 225, and 160. They only had 4 men left on base, and 0 for 2 of runners in scoring position. Again, you're not going to win many games. So I don't care how bad Kikuchi pitches or how good he pitches, you're not going to win many games. Just 3 runs on 7 hits. Silseth got a third of an inning. You got Zephyr John an inning, Burke an inning. And again, what's so stupid about using Silseth and other pitchers like this is like they'll have them finish an inning but not have them return out in the next inning. They always want to start the inning fresh with a new pitcher. It's pretty stupid. But this team sucks. I mean, we're in a stretch right now where it's just like, okay, again, if you want to tune up as a fan for football, I there's no way I'm going to tell you not to. I mean, I encourage you to at this point. I mean, again, the dog days of summer can't be, expressed more than I'm already saying it. It is the dog days of summer, and watching your Angels play is terrible. Um, J Sports 79 says disappointed every time this year. They're going to finish in last place, making California look bad and sell the team. And I can't lie with it, or I can't disagree with anything he says right now, because if you look at the standings as right now, currently, Angels, the Western Division, 76 and 62. I told you in the preseason that 86 wins, 87 was, or no, I said 89 wins was going to win this division. I think that's what it's going to take. And 73 wins only for the Seattle Mariners. They're 2.5 back. They still have a chance. You have the Texas Rangers, 71 and 67, making a late run. They're only 5 games out. They've gotten themselves back into the playoff chase and race in the division. Angels are 11.5 out, only a game ahead of the Sacramento Athletics. Now, the Angels, if you look at their numbers, they're a minus 106, meaning they've scored 584 runs and they've given up 690. That's a terrible plus minus average. Now, it's not the worst differential. The worst differential in the league is the Colorado Rockies, and they are closing in on the worst ever, as they have a minus 353. So they've been outscored 353 runs. They've given up 869 runs total. The worst. But they're not Rockies-esque, but you can't be a winning team minus 100. You might be a winning team if they were like, what do you call it? If they were like maybe 30 runs under, something like that. Because I do see some teams that are in the playoff chase that are a little bit minus, but they're within reach. Not the Angels. Angels are really bad, and they're showing why they're not going to make the playoffs this year. They're showing why they're, offensively, they've been god awful. This team again, if you look at it, even in the wild card, you're saying, well, what about the wild card, Todd? They're 9 games out. You remember about a month and a half ago, and everyone was like, hey, we're only 4 games out. We're only 3 games out. Come on, don't have faith. Remember what I told you? If you can't put a winning streak together and you've got to jump 5 or 6 teams, remember what I said? I said, if you can't put 5 or 6 games together and you got to jump 5 or 6 teams, and you win 2, lose 3, win 3, lose 2, you're never going to go anywhere. Eventually, those teams that are stuck in neutral with you will pass you up, and then it'll be a worthless catch because you can't get ahead of them because there's too many of them to jump, and you're going to have to hope and pray that some of those teams go on a losing streak, but what usually happens is they play each other and it turns into a wash because teams that you need to win do win, but teams that you need to lose do lose, but they're playing each other, so it's a wash. So it's sad to see that they're so far back in every category and that they've made certain improvements, but some of the management decisions, some of the bullpen decisions, some of the starting pitching, some of the roster decisions, and of course the analytics has really put things into perspective of, hey, I was going to call this season a success. Now it's just another failure. And not because they have a losing record, but it's how they came down the stretch, not giving a shit, players falling back into bad habits, Mike Trout falling off the face of the earth. Some guys just like, again, no adjustments, the managerial decisions, the general manager decisions, sending guys down like Simo, saying that we're competitive, not selling when we had the opportunity. That to me ruffles my feathers so much. But this team will have a better record than last year, but not by much. They could have made a huge difference. Now with a month to play, I give them 10 more wins max. 10 more wins max. So that would have them finishing at about 74 and 88 when you had an opportunity to maybe win 81 games. Disappointing. Again, another disappointing season. So we'll get into the comments. There's not much to say here on a Monday other than I hope that everyone's ready for football, as we will be doing a football live show here tomorrow at 7 p.m. And we will be starting out our predictions. You can get your predictions in. Again, last chance today to register to pick against the pros, which is us. We call ourselves the pros. But you can get in there. Already we got like 6 contestants for the season, but the more the merrier. Right now, 3 out of the 6 are going to win a prize. You can win a custom jersey of your choice, whether it's football, baseball, or hockey, or basketball. You get a custom jersey on us. We even pay for the shipping. Second place gets a customized shirt of whatever he or she wants, whatever size. And third place gets a hat. So again, if you want to register, it's $20. All you got to do is Venmo us or Cash App us the $20. You're in all season. That's all that's all it is. It just goes to the champion. And if you beat the pros with your record, there's a cash prize. I can't tell you the amount, but there is a cash prize that you will win at the end of the season. So hopefully you and yours or whoever want to jump in late. Again, we only have till tomorrow. And once you guys get in, guys or gals get in, you can have your chance at beating the pros on the football show. But as far as baseball is concerned, these are going to be quicker shows than normal. I think I'm going to be doing yummy tasting nuts type shows where they're only about 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of commercials and advertising the football and hockey we got going on, plus baseball. I got news on that. I posted on TikTok and on Instagram. If you are down to play softball, you have to go over to, let me punch it up here. It's on September 20th. Registration closes those September 12th, so we can get your shirt and your shirt size and your hat ordered for the Halos in the Infield softball tournament versus other podcasts. It's September 12th. You can go to topfanrivalry.com/shop/softball. And you get in there or just click the link that we have on our social media, which is on TikTok and or Instagram. And you can get on to play with us on our softball teams. There's going to be fun cornhole games for the kids and other things. Also giveaways. And we're going to meet up at a pizza place afterwards. We'll have food there, very discounted pizza. And it's really good pizza. It's right across the street from the baseball field. But it's going to be a good, at least you're going to get in about 3 games because we're going to have a tournament for like 4 hours. It's going to be pretty cool. So hopefully you and yours can get down there and have a good time. It's fun for the whole family. Top Fan Rivalry. If you use our code HITI, you get 20% off. Because right now I will tell you they're charging $30 because it's field fees and shirt fees. But if you use our code, it goes down 20%. So I believe it goes down to about like I want to say 23 or $24. I may be wrong. It's somewhere around there per person. It's which is not bad because of what you get, but it's pretty cool. If you want to come down and play some softball, that would be great. You could hang out with all of us. It should be a good time for all those involved. So with that being said, there's not much to talk about as far as the game itself. Again, they lose this one embarrassingly, 8-3. If you look at the lineups, nothing to write home about. Again, the Angels had 10 more strikeouts. Like I said, Peraza did what Peraza does: 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Mike Trout, 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Louis Renifo, 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Travis d'Arnaud, 1 for 4 and a strikeout. Matthew Lugo, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Cavadis, 0 for 2. Taylor, 0 for 1. Tendencio, 0 for 2. Ohapi, 1 for 1, raising his average to a mystical 225. And Kingery did not get in at bat. So pretty pathetic stuff, guys and gals. So with that being said, let's get into it's Spritz o'clock, Mario said, because there's really no I mean, listen, there is really no reason to give out any kind of awards right now. We all know the Angels lost, so let's just play a botanical spritz.
Yeah! I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? All know we suck again.
Oh no! We suck again!
Yeah, it's been the season all year this year where it's just one thing after another.
This fat son of a bitch is gonna drown us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat.
Mario says, well, I guess we're not streaking. No, we're not. Also, holy shit, number 6 thumb tag. I mean, listen, it was a number 6 like effort.
What the hell's going on out here?
Absolutely. Also, Wolfman Jack says Saturday, Mexican American Heritage Night. Let's go, Angels. Another loss that could have been a win. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, dude. It's been a tough watch. Everyone that has been along for the ride, you deserve a prize or a trophy or something.
One more loss, which could have been a win. You call yourselves professionals. I have never ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team. You all got your heads so far up your butts, you can't even see the light of day.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we could have had a locker room blow up like that, and with this team being as myopic as they are, they probably would have been like, happy Labor Day, everyone. Indeed, Mario said so. I decided not to barbecue today. What? Also, my ribs are already ready to barbecue. Why did you not barbecue? Trout would have had 5 more home runs if he sat on breaking balls down the middle first pitch. Johnny Washington doesn't make the adjustments when the team adjusts to us. Exactly. Mario says, Todd, babe, by the way, do a meat sauce with Italian sausage, beef, and 3 cheeses on our lasagna. Yesterday made the pasta fresh. Ooh, wow. I'd like to do a bake-off with you, Mario. I really would. Josh, you need to email me, man. Halos in the Infield at podcast@yahoo.com. Email me. Josh says also Bryce T should drop a leg kick and turn his knee in the way that Neto does. The guy is 6'3", 220 and can't hit the ball out of the infield. Yeah. He's got length to him. He either needs to crouch or, like you said, drop that leg kick, dude. I mean, that leg kick is not good. What's up, Cisco, right there? Tyler says, why does Rogers' recordings always sound like absolute dog crap on all the commercials? Because he's dog crap. Marty says, what was it me or just Lugo looked an exact version of Ward at the plate, which is lost most of the time? After last season and a lack of free agency pitching, I didn't think we'd get past 75 wins. I still think we don't get there. I don't think we get there either. Hey everyone, happy Labor Day. What's up, Daniel? Mateo says his ribs are fat. Roger says the season starts tonight, so I'm going to get my honk out. So he's just going to pull it out in public. Yep.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Also, Marty, I'm surprised you didn't say we're so back. We're so back. Plus shipping. Also, oh shit, you're right, Mario. We're so back. Besides myself, I think Sonia has the best chance to knock Dom from his pedestal on football. Yeah, dude, again, it's all about the first few weeks in pick'ems. If you're really hot when they have all those upsets, then you're going to get off to a good start, which he has the last 2 years.
What the hell's going on out here?
Mateo says, are they meeting at OG's Pizza? No, we want to eat something that tastes better than 7-Eleven pizza. Saucy says, standard September activities. Mario says, when I smoke pork ribs, I use a dry rub and then wrap in foil, then some fatty butter to fish them up. God damn, who taught you how to cook, man, and barbecue? Super bum Notre Dame lost yesterday. I was surprised they lost to Miami. Touchdown, Jesus took the day off. James! And then James says, when do you think they pull the plug on the starting and shutting players down? It should do it now. They should do it now, to be honest with you. I mean, this is enough's enough. Like, I want to see young blood out there. I'm tired of seeing these veterans that suck. Mario and Todd have a bake-off. Locked On have a cock-off. Yeah, Locked On's more interested in...
on everybody. My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area.
I got my friend here in my bedroom, my childhood house, and I really, really, really want that.
How about a yummy tasting nut?
I got to bend over and find it. I know he's front and center. Why not pull it out so you guys can see it? But looks good from behind too. Oh my goodness.
It's hard. It's hard. Oh man, it feels great. Oh, yummy. Oh, how about a yummy? Oh, come on! Magic! Oh my goodness. Guys, tasting nut.
Oh my God!
And that's their show. That's about all the content they give you. So thank you right there. Also at Mario, hope he takes the season off. Man, Maine Nigel Jr. says, Perry, are we still competitive? Boy, oh boy. Famous last words. When he made that statement, I think, if anything, should have signed his pink papers. He's fired. His release. I mean, that's it, or release. Like when he literally said, we're still competitive. You better be competitive. You better have the team fighting for a playoff spot or in a spot to where they're winning games. Something. The fact you have neither, the fact that were embarrassed. I mean, how can you get away with that? So I know there's a few people on here. I know Tony C wants to keep Perry. I say just get rid of him. Get rid of everybody. Get a general manager that wants the manager, that believes in the new manager. Get guys who are going to run this team the right way and the coaching staff. Because, again, guys like Ray Montgomery have been with the Angels for years, since Joe Madden. There's certain coaches where it's just like, hey, we get a new manager, but we're keeping some of the old staff. No, don't keep the old staff. If the old staff was part of the problem, which they were, why the fuck are we keeping them? Get rid of them all. I mean, I know Barry Enright's done. He's made chicken with the chicken shit we've given him, but they need to get rid of everybody. Do not keep anybody. Start over. Listen, if Artie's not going to sell the team, then at least do good by the fans and hit the reset button and allow new faces and new thoughts to come into town. And get rid of some of the guys who are running this team. in the upstairs department as far as analytics and other stuff. Get new, fresh faces and fresh minds in here. I'm tired of what we got because what we got is not even mediocre. It's bullshit. So, again, some of you agree over there on TikTok, need a fresh start. Angels need to kick the Astros back to the NL Central. Listen, when we have the realignment, when we get the two new franchises, I guarantee you the Astros are out of the West. I guarantee you they will be out of our division and they will probably suck. Also, Perry's got to go. How much do you think the set his team to be? How much do you think it set the team back not trading away expiring contracts? Saucy. I will tell you this, James. Since they did not trade Otani when they had the opportunity, since they have not traded last year when they had the opportunity, and this year when they had the opportunity, I still think we're at that 3 years of until we're competitive. It is so frustrating to know. Had they sold with Otani, had they sold with Anderson and others last year, Renifo, or did it this year, you're talking about 4 to 7 prospects for Otani when we had the chance, even on his last year of his contract. Then you're talking about 1 to 2 players for most of those guys that we were releasing. And we're not talking about they all have to be aces or they have to be guys who will come up and be 5-star guys or they're not going to be top prospects, but they'll be at least top 25. And in our organization, that's top 10 or even top 5. So we could have had a brand new looking lineup, could have had a brand new looking bullpen or even rotation. And you chose not to do anything. So I think what it did was it kept us in neutral. It kept us right where we're at. Instead of making inroads, we just sat there, twiddling our thumbs. MLB needs two Mexican City teams, one more Canadian team. Who the hell are these pitchers that we just called up? The Ferris dude has a 5 ERA in Rocket City and throws 92. Again, Josh, does it make sense? No. Well, then the Angels are going to do it. And again, this is why Perry, I mean, you're not exactly giving us any kind of like confidence in what you're doing. The young core is actually in the rookie league in single A. Chris says Taylor Ward's face bounces further off the wall than Mike Trout's doubles. For the Angels, it's been the same old song for years. Every spring, I'm reluctantly hopeful, knowing that it's the same thing. This show gives me something to look forward to. Thanks, Heedy. That's all we can do. And that's why I hope, I rant and rave. And I know the last, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks, I haven't been in my yelling form. But it's because I've already accepted the fate. I'm sort of like that guy on death row where it's like I've been fighting. I went through all my appeals. I had hopes that I'd get off death row. But all of a sudden, I didn't pass my last, appeal. The appeal went straight to, hey, we're keeping the sentence. You're screwed. And I've come to the point now where I've gone through all the emotions as an Angels fan, and I'm like accepting it. There was the hope, there was the dreams, there was the coping, there was the don't worry about it, everything. It's not, I'm way into the whole, hey, let's start football. I can't wait for the kickoff. And again, I watched college football, mostly the afternoon and evening games on Saturday. And, it was nice. It was nice to watch some college football and be like, all right, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of shitty matchups, but there's a couple good ones. And then it's just, Tony C hooked up this program where I have like 8,000 channels. So I was able to catch all the games for free. I'm just like channel surfing, looking around, and I'm like, man, this is cool. And it's kind of a reprieve from the frustrating season that we've all endured again. And it's kind of sad. I wish things were different. And I look at the Angel fans when we go to games, because we actually go to games, unlike Locked On Cox. And I see the hope. I see all the types of Angel fans walk in. I see the honks. I see the old timers. I see the families just there for the experience and to take their kids out and to get them ice cream and to hang out. And then I see the young kids flirting around trying to get into what they call the meat locker. When I was their age, 17, 18 years of age, walking around trying to flirt with the cute looking girls. And I see the real fans like us, and then the beer guys and the guys who hang out that know sports, but they're too drunk to talk coherently. But in the end, after they all show up, and then you have the soccer moms, you have the corporate guys showing off for their friends, the casuals, the hardcores. They all show up differently, but for the most part leave the same. Very frustrated, very quiet for most nights, and just scratching their heads. Just like, what are we watching? What are we doing? Like, the presentation was nice. They may like the stadium. They may like the ice cream, the food. They may like the experience, the fun games in between the innings. But when it comes down to the play on the field, it's shoddy at best. I mean, we can go 4 to 6 innings without even getting a contact on the baseball. No, like a lot of strikeouts, a lot of freaking just a lot of nothing. It's boring. You're watching the other team almost score every inning or put up home runs and get doubles and singles and just beat us to death slowly. And then all of a sudden, what can you cheer for? Oh, see some fire from center field because we hit a solo home run and we're only down 7-1 now. It's been embarrassing, not only at home, but on the road. It's been very embarrassing, and it's been a tough watch again. And we had hope, like Mario said, you get pulled in, you think, man, this year's different. They played decent in spring training. And I don't know, my dad is a smart guy, but when it comes to baseball, sometimes my dad doesn't get it, no matter how many times I tell him. I say, man, you know what? He gets all excited because they look good in spring training or they win the spring training World Series, most wins or something. I think these guys are going to be pretty good. I'm like, damn, Dad, it doesn't matter what they do in spring training. They could be 0-30. It doesn't matter. It matters if they stay healthy and they're doing the fundamentals and their averages are good. No one's really slumping. That's why I kind of look at, and I don't even look at that in the first 2 weeks. It's by the end of spring. Are the guys catching up to the baseball? Is the pitching pretty good? That's all I care about. Wins and losses mean nothing in spring training. Absolutely nothing. Because a lot of times you'll have your single A guys closing out games. So it doesn't matter. So when the season rolls around and people are all hyped up and it's opening day, it's sort of like a holiday. You take off work, you want to watch these games. And slowly but surely, as people come to the stadium and you're there more and more and more, unlike Locked On Cox, because they will never know what the feeling is to go back-to-back games or even in a month twice. But when you go multiple homestands and you're watching the fans, you're trying to get a pulse of what they feel like, and you could just see certain groups starting to just run on empty. And even though they're season ticket holders or they're not, or they have a game plan of 10 to 20 games, you could just see, man, the frustration. It's hard to watch this team, man. So again, anybody going to the stadium like myself or others in the month of September, kudos to you. I will tell you this with all honesty. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again as I wrap up this rant. If this team was competitive in a chance for a postseason run or anything like that, I would be sacrificing my Sundays or at least watching the Angel games and catching up with football later. Because I do love baseball a tad bit more than football. However, if you're giving me a shit effort, which they have been for years now, I'm always going to flip the channel to football and rather watch that. Because again, when this team was good, I'm used to catching up with it. My Seahawks in October. maybe even late October, depending on how good the Angels were. I haven't had to do that for years now. For years now, it's just been, hey, it's September. It's the dog days of summer. August, they're already eliminated. By the time September rolls around, hey, it's the first week of football. I'm not going to be at the Big A on Saturday. CJ says Twins franchise destroyed by owner and commissioner does nothing. Imagine if that was a food franchise. Well, CJ, I don't understand what's happening with the Twins. I'm not privy to that. I do know that he's done a lot of garbage over there in Minnesota. As far as the Angels are concerned, I doubt if he's done the things or has the kind of crap on his record that Artie Moreno does. But again, to your point, Rob Manfred has done nothing with your organization trying to help out let's just face it, Minnesota is a big market. Anaheim is a big market. Yet that jerk off rather go political and try to take the All-Star game, which he did out of Atlanta with black people, hurt black people for a black rights movement, which makes no sense, and move it to a white area in Colorado, which he finally brought back the All-Star game in Atlanta this year. That was one stupid mistake. And then he's been all over Milwaukee for not building luxury boxes when you've got a goddamn stadium in Anaheim Stadium, which hasn't been checked on since 1998. And it's falling apart, hasn't been retrofitted. In a land of earthquakes, it has not been retrofitted in 27 years. Make it make sense. He is rubbing off Manfred somehow. Or the fact that maybe Artie is playing the race card. Who knows? All I'm saying is that somehow, some way, Artie has special privilege. And I hate it. I hate it because, again, the Dodgers with Frank McCourt, they found anything and everything to get him out. And they waited. The fans they hated Frank McCourt. And when his wife filed for divorce, that's what got him out. That sucked. That really sucked. So let's get back here. It's past the frustration now, Todd. Sure is. Mario says, I learned how to barbecue for my pops. He turned the grill over to me when I was 21 to 22 years old. Have manned up ever since. That's awesome. Will Trout ever hit another home run? Doesn't look like it. LV says, damn, Todd, when will the shit show be over? But I'm still riding for the squad. You got it. But again, what the hell, Todd on before 9? Trout will never hit 400. Also, pulling yourself out is pretty easy. I can show you all. Saucy says the best thing that could happen to us right now is Trout and number 6 retire and free up $70 million. The fans would riot, but I would take it right now. It would be hard at first, but yes, that would be the best thing, James. Rendon probably already getting ready for the next year's vacation. Josh says most of my family became Dodger fans when 17 left, which is very difficult, Josh. A lot of people have done that, and it's frustrating. Hard is an understatement. Rendon is now homeschooled baseball. Bro, if we were a contender, I wouldn't care about the Jets till late October. Same here, bro. Same here. But it is hard. Like, again, for those that go to any of these Sunday games coming down the stretch, the Sunday home games, for those of you that go, because I won't be one of them, even though I have the tickets for them. If you want them, email me. I will give them to you. But for those that go, you are super, super duper hardcore. And you must hate football. Because, again, if given an opportunity, I'm watching football. The way that they're playing, Mario says, I'm going next week for one last time this season. I'm going against my will because of my niece. Can't say no to her. There's certain people that'll drag you there. That's for sure. Now I'm thinking and knowing is, he's doing a G.I. Joe reference right here, which again is very much encouraged. Anytime you can get the G.I. Joe in there, I love it. Now I just got to find it because it's one I never really play.
Smart thinking.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Randy is going to change the Billy Joel song to Randy and the Jets. I won't stop going until the end. It builds calluses of character. Seelig hated Frank McCourt. You could tell he sure did. Rendon will come back and have a solid year. It's his contract season, and he needs more money for his internal vacation. You know what's funny? I bet you he's been working out too. He's been working out all year so he could be like top notch next year. Watch. He'll probably come back and hit 27 homers and 100 RBIs, 290 average. Gooby's like, hey, where's this been? Oh, my God. Well, again, tough loss as Mateo says, if I was a season ticket holder, I wouldn't go to games in September. I can't sell any of mine. That's why I'm just giving them away. No one's going to buy them off of us. Hell no. They don't play anybody interesting down the stretch anyway. Again, I don't think that anyone would care about. So yeah, you got football coming up around this, in a couple days on Thursday already. Our football show again is tomorrow. If you want to get your picks in with us, you got to pay that $20 fee for the entire season, and you will get your name in lights or on one of those cards that shows your record every week. And again, cash prize if you beat us at the end of the year, plus a jersey of your choice. So there's all that to look forward to as the season progresses, and we'll have that show here live tomorrow, so you can check us out. It'll be during the Angel game, so that should be interesting because I think they're playing Kansas City tomorrow, and it might stretch into the post game. Who knows? So with that being said, everybody have a good rest of your day. We're going to cut it right here a little early. Because again, there's not much to talk about. They split a series with Houston. They were lucky to do that. Didn't score any runs all series. I mean, you got a total of, let's see, in this series, you had 3, 6, 10. They scored 10 runs in 4 games. Come on. 10 runs in 4 games. Really? I mean, they were lucky to win 2 games. Lucky. Bro, if Artie had a divorce, if bro got canned for a divorce, rates over here, or Artie's over here allowing drugs in the clubhouse, freaking illegal backdoor deals with the city, and it's he's still fucking here. Artie is worth too much to the league. I agree. That's why he's never moved. So yes, and what Mateo says right here, enjoy the rest of the day with your family and friends. Have a good rest of the day. I'm not going to play you out with any kind of because we didn't win, no Stukas or anything. I guess I'll play you out to some Marsha. How about that? Have a good afternoon tomorrow. And again, catch us on the football show tomorrow. It's going to be lit.
I need your seed.
Who's got the biggest biceps? Marsha. Who's got shoulders like a man? Marsha. Who's got a ring that's lit? Marsha.